Hi, and welcome to another edition of Onside. Things are really hotting up as we work towards the end of the seasons here locally, and of course the British Premier League. Interesting games going around Europe as well. So things are building to a crescendo, Budge.
Yep, going well.
Interesting football during the week. Since we've last spoken, we've had the news that Joey Barton got 18 months. Harsh?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I was just on Sky this morning. They said he had £3 on himself to be first goal scorer.
And he's getting 18 months for £3.
You know, when he got caught, he said he never bet on any teams that he was involved with. So obviously that's a contradiction. You know, he admitted to the FA.
Betting on himself, not betting on the team.
Well, I know.
Yeah, it's a big difference saying, I'll score
he
the
scores
first
an own
goal.
goal.
I'll take... Sorry?
Scores an own goal.
Well, then you can use it against him.
Yeah.
But he's got to appeal it.
Well, he is. You know, 18 months is a bit harsh.
Yeah, especially a guy that says his career. He's playing Premier League football, a good player. He's played for England, one game against Spain. He provided a medical report to say he's got a gambling addiction.
Yeah. It's gone over 10 years, over 1,200 bets. But, you know...
I know a few people who need those certificates for gambling addictions.
We'd have been gone for life if we were punting and we played. But bit harsh in my opinion.
Bit harsh, you know. But if you're a pro footballer and you want to have a bet, if you like gambling, a lot of the pro footballers own horses. We've seen that over the years. Now you like to have a little wager, and someone says to you, you guys won't win next week. What's stopping you saying to your cousin, do me a favour, put £1,000 on for me?
Yeah.
What's stopping that?
Nothing.
They think this is going to eradicate it?
No, it won't.
No, it won't. Gambling is part and parcel of the game. If you're seen to do something corrupt, different story, or bringing the game into disrepute, give him 18 months, but he's not. Okay, big game tonight, Budge, and Paul Pogba's out.
Yeah, muscle injury, pulled up against Burnley.
Oh, is that what it was? Muscle injury? I thought he said injury, like isn't it? It's one word, eh?
Yeah, he pulled up against Burnley on Sunday, so there's obviously something wrong.
While we're talking about Pogba, your take on his season at Man United?
No, you know, I think Mourinho's done a good job with a limited squad. He's been disappointing.
How can you say limited squad, Budge? One of the wealthiest clubs have spent the most money.
Sure.
But so they're not limited. We've got
money, limited ability.
Limited ability, yeah. I agree. And as Pogba, one of the world's most expensive players, has he produced the goods?
Not all round. You know, he's a good player. He needs players around him. You know, he's an attacking threat, and at Man United, he's got to be the ultimate midfield player. When headers in the box and get into the other side.
How many goals you got a season? 4, 5?
I think 4 or 5, yeah.
It's
the crossbar about 12 times.
Not a good return.
No, not a good return.
Man United's midfielders have not given a good return.
No.
The strikers haven't, apart from Zlatan, they haven't. But they don't lose too many.
No.
They're very tight. That's Mourinho.
Yeah.
But let's say he's out, so it should be an interesting game.
It'll be a tight game.
We'll get onto it later because we'll talk about it. But let's talk about Newcastle are back. The Geordies are back. Fantastic.
Well, they shouldn't have gone, but the owner has been trouble in the camp with that owner for years. But no, justifiably they're back. 50-odd thousand every week.
I'm pleased that Benitez is Benitez.
For Benitez,
yeah, he stayed. Remember last year they're going down. He stayed, and they looked like they're going to be clear. But Brighton will probably beat them for the title, and they're both going up.
Well, the main thing is to get back.
Yeah, main thing is to get back. That's as they interviewed their supporters, they said, "Don't care if we finish second, we just want to be back."
Yeah.
So looks Middlesbrough might go down. So from that area.
Well,
Sunderland,
yeah.
So
U-turn.
Newcastle will be the talking team. You know, the bragging rights have moved across to the Geordie boys. Okay, that's interesting news. Let's go on to FA Cup results. Now, beloved Spurs are beaten 4-2 by Chelsea. They played well, Chelsea. Spurs controlled a lot of the game.
Yeah.
And I thought at 2-2 there's going to be one winner.
Yeah.
But these things happen. Hazard seems to have our number. But still two good teams.
No, two good teams. I thought Spurs were a little bit cocky in defence early on.
Played the wrong
Alderweireld, silly tackle.
Complex song.
No, not a left back. Wasn't a penalty. He dived, but you could see he was looking for it.
And the ref's got very little option when something like it happens in front of you. We saw a boy get a free kick yesterday against Wanyama, the same thing. Townsend.
Yeah.
And they leave, they drag, they leave their feet in. And the ref's hands are tied because of the rules. But well done at Chelsea. They're having a wonderful year. Conte's produced the goods. I thought Arsenal did very well to beat Man City.
Yeah. You know, I thought the best defender in the second half was the crossbar. Man City hit the crossbar a couple of times. But they showed a bit of heart for once for me, Arsenal. You know, they never gave in. I know they went to the 3 centre-half system. They got a bit lucky, but full credit to them.
I think they're a bit porous at the back, Budge.
Yeah.
But they've got good players going forward.
Yeah.
And so it'll be all London final. They're playing in Cardiff, eh?
No. That's
Cardiff is the Champions League.
Champions,
Yeah. So this will be at Wembley.
That's a Wembley, yeah.
Okay, so Chelsea, Arsenal will play at Wembley. El Clasico.
Yeah.
But a hell of a result for Barcelona.
3-2, yeah.
Good game?
It was a good game. I think two fading sides, a lot of good players on their last legs for me, yeah. But
are they both going to be pressured a lot more in years to come now? Because
no doubt. Yeah, they've had their crop of players. I think Real Madrid will be slightly better off because they've got a lot more better younger players than Barcelona.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to Premiership results over the weekend. Tuesday night, Chelsea, Southampton. Looked to be a game at one stage. Southampton showed it in the cup final against Man United. They've got a lot of ability, a lot of good players, and it could have turned, and it turned against them.
Once Cahill scored just before half-time, the pressure was off. If they'd gone in at 1-1 at half-time, it would have been a different game.
Southampton, you don't want to play them every week.
No.
And then Wednesday, I watched both games, obviously every moment of the Spurs game, Crystal Palace, we controlled the game. But first half, Crystal Palace were better. When I say better, than their second half performance. Second half, Spurs were way on top. And you thought it was going to be one of those games.
You may not score,
You may not score. But I'm pleased
good result for Spurs,
Yeah, very good result.
And for the league.
Yes, definitely for the league. I'm going to come back to you on a question in a moment, but I want to just talk about Arsenal. They dominated. I watched as well.
Yeah.
Very fortuitous, though, coming off Youth's tank and going in past the keeper, deflection. And then Sunderland, Baba.
Yeah, they've been a disgrace from the first minute
They
of the year.
can't score goals.
No.
Middlesbrough got in early.
It's a good goal, over the top, one touch, good goal. They just looked hungrier, Middlesbrough.
Yeah. They have got a squeaker staying up, but it's
small squeak.
Small squeak, yeah. So that was Wednesday. But then tonight, let's talk about the big game tonight. Man United, Man City. Man United have to go to Man City.
Yeah.
Man City are a good team at home. They're getting eking out a few results. They're going to bounce back after going out the FA Cup like Spurs did.
Yeah, you'd expect them to, Paul. But, defensively, that's where United can expose them, because at the back, they're dodgy again. Playing Jesus Navas at right back. How can that be? They've got Zabaleta as being one of the best right backs in Premiership, and he's on the bench for Navas.
Yeah.
It'll be a big pressure game. It's just who handles the pressure better.
So injury-wise, it looks like they're a strong Man City.
Yeah.
You've just got Pogba out.
Oh, Pogba and Zlatan out,
Is Zlatan not playing either?
No, he's done the crucial. He's out till Christmas, I think.
So you're going to have to play the speed game.
Play the youngsters. Let's see how good they are.
Yeah. Your take on the game tonight?
I think it's United draw at best. Hopefully I'm wrong. But,
okay. But the reason I was going to ask you this question is we can nearly take it as guaranteed that Chelsea and Spurs are in the Champions League.
Yeah.
There's two more berths. Arsenal have got 6 points the last two games. Man United keep ticking over. Man City's ticking over. Liverpool have got themselves into third but played extra games. How do you see the next two berths?
Sure. I think Man City, I said all along, I think they'd be third. Then fourth, it was Liverpool's to lose.
Yes.
Was my opinion, and they did.
So your team have got right back into the
scrum.
Well,
we're back in it. We don't get beat tonight, but we've got a hard schedule. We've got
Spurs.
Tottenham away, Arsenal away, Southampton
tough.
away. Really tough schedule.
Any gambling man would say Chelsea, because they're running 3 at home against sides that are comfortable. Okay, let's go look at the top of the table. Now, this is very interesting for people out there. Everyone knows Chelsea, 78 points of 33. Spurs, 74 of 33. Then we dropped 8 points down to 66 points on 34 games. Liverpool. That extra game, or extra 2 games, they've had 2 more than Man City, Man United, and Arsenal, those 3. So they can't all get maximum points because they're playing each other. Man City, Man United. If Man City won it tonight, they would go to 67, put them into third. They still have a game in hand on Liverpool. So Liverpool must be hoping for a draw.
Or a United win, because United have got a tougher schedule.
Yeah,
but, they don't want a Man City win, that's for sure.
If Man United win, they go up tie with Liverpool with a game in hand and above Man City.
Yeah.
And then Arsenal, well, they're 3-4 off those other 2 guys. So let's go to the bottom.
Yeah.
Sunderland gone.
Gone.
Middlesbrough in big trouble.
Gone.
So, Budge, let's look at the next 3 above them, because that's where the action will be. Swansea, 31 points, 34 games. Hull City, 33 of 34. And Burnley, 36 of 34. So there's a 5-point gap between Swansea and Burnley.
Yeah.
Tough.
Very tough. You know, Swansea at Old Trafford this week. You know, Hull at Southampton this week. You know, Burnley at Crystal Palace. So you don't see any of them getting a result. So that'll help Burnley. I just hope Burnley don't go down. You know, I like the manager. You know, I just hope they don't go down. But, you know,
Burnley
they were
shouldn't.
terrible against United on Sunday,
Yeah.
and that was worrying.
Yeah. There's 38 games to be played in the league, and the most teams have played 34. So, okay, very interesting. Right, let's go on to games this weekend. And the English Premier League, Southampton at home to Hull. Budge, how do you see it?
Yeah, you got to fancy Southampton. You know, Hull have only taken 1 point away from home in the last 15 league games.
Is that all? I'm sure.
You know how he's kept them out the relegation zone, obviously because of their home form. But you got to fancy Southampton. But I like the style of Hull City. I just like the passion they've got. They never give in. Yeah, Marco Silva. You know, of the 3 teams, they could be the one that sneaks a point. It won't be easy at Southampton, but I just like the way they're playing, Paul. I think there'll be goals in it.
Hull City's away record's woeful.
Shocking.
Right, Stoke City, I heard Hughes say we're going to win all the last couple of games. They won the first one. They got beat the next one.
Yeah, you know.
West Ham, they also got to prod away.
Well, you know, they're all saying Andy Carroll's back. I watched them against Everton at home. What a terrible game.
Yeah.
Jeez, I don't know why I never changed channel, but anyway, it was pathetic. So you can expect them to rebound, but without Andy Carroll, who's expected to play, you got to fancy Stoke.
Yeah, you got to fancy Stoke, and you can get a bit of 6-5 Stoke. Sunderland, Bournemouth. Whoa.
Well, last chance saloon, isn't it? You know, the betting odds. You know, you would think Bournemouth, but you know, Bournemouth against these battlers don't tend to perform. But the pressure's off them. Sunderland have got to go for it. Should be an open game, but we say every week there should be goals with Sunderland. They can't score against Bournemouth's back four; they'll never score.
I watched a program the other day, Budge, about the Bournemouth player Harry Arch. I think his wife lost a kid in 2015. Very sad, very sad. And he decided to play. I think it was a stillbirth or something, and he decided to play, and he played well. They won, and I saw after the game.
Was when Guardiola walked up to him.
Pep Guardiola walked up to him. Yeah.
Class act.
Class act. Okay, on we go. So it should be Bournemouth, but anything can happen. West Brom, good side at home. Leicester City, to be or not to be, has lost a couple. I fancy
Leicester here, Paul. You know, just watching a little bit last night.
Yeah.
You can see the Champions League helped them since they were playing.
Yeah, they passed it
well. They passed it well. You know, the goal. Okay, Arsenal were the better team. You'd expect that at the Emirates, but I thought they were a bit unlucky. I think they'll rebound and beat West Brom.
West Brom
they've been
good
poor. Yeah, they are, but they've been poor lately. You know.
So you can get 18-10 Leicester City away. Okay. Leicester. How about Crystal Palace Burnley? Now, Palace, this win would secure them.
Yeah, you know, and also Burnley worst away record. You know, so you got to fancy Palace. The only thing against them, tiredness. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they put a big shift in last night against Spurs with Burnley, but you got to fancy. It's the main game on Saturday night. You got to fancy Crystal Palace.
Okay, then we go on to Sunday's game. Man United, Swansea. Now Swansea fighting for their lives. United at home, good side.
Well, we should win, Paul. I know it's a lunchtime.
You've dropped points there at home this year.
We've dropped. I think the last 7 home games we've drawn 5. You know, Thursday night, big game, but you'd expect us to get a result.
Yeah, you would expect that. Even though Swansea are going to be fighting for even a point.
But they've got to come out and have a go. It's not that they can sit and take a point.
Yeah, correct. Everton, Chelsea. That's our chance at Spurs that Everton can stop them.
Yeah, I don't see it, Paul.
Chelsea are too good, I think. But, you know, if you're a big Chelsea fan, you're getting 11-10 Chelsea.
Yeah, you know, they're in one of our bets. I can't believe that price.
Yeah.
You know, I know Everton at home going well, but what I've seen lately of Everton...
Yeah,
and Chelsea too. They look unstoppable. Big, physical, strong side.
Yeah,
I think they'll have too much for Everton.
They've got pace. They've got everything.
This is their cup final.
Yeah. Okay, Middlesbrough, Man City. Oh, Man City would be
Man
too strong.
City should be too good for Middlesbrough.
3-10.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Tottenham Hotspur. This is a tough game. Arsenal.
Yeah, I fancy Spurs. I just think they'll put a number on.
I think they're a better side this year.
You know, Arsenal at the back are dodgy. They give Harry Kane and Ali a few chances. I think this will be an easy victory.
Even money Tottenham.
Yeah, they're in my bets, Paul.
5-2 Arsenal. Okay, Watford, Troy Deeney.
Troy
Deeney. Liverpool. Now, Liverpool, a bit of an enigma.
Yeah, their last 2 away games, they went to Stoke, 1-0 down, came back 1-2-1. They went to West Brom, totally outplayed West Brom. Then they come at home against Palace and
they lose.
And they get beat. You know, you ask any Liverpool fan, what do you expect? Oh, I don't know, we're playing a lower league team. Won't be easy. You know, Watford beat them 3-0 there last season.
Wow,
And Troy Deeney, them up front. You know, Monday night game. This is the last cup final for Watford, even though it is a league
Liverpool
game.
have to win.
Well, they've got to go for it.
That's 5-10.
I wouldn't be taking 5-10.
No, neither would I. They have to win.
Should be a good game.
Okay, now let's look at the local football. That's bubbling under beautifully. This is even tighter than the English Premier League. And games this week, Cape Town City beat Kaizer Chiefs late.
What a game.
Good game.
Geez, I watched the whole game. I even missed the starting 30 minutes of the Chelsea game. I just couldn't switch it off, which is strange for a PSL game. End to end, Chiefs had chances to win the game. They missed 3 or 4. Then last minute they went down and scored the winner. Tinkler's boys. Going well. I hope they win the league, but they've got it all to do.
Jeez. Bidvest Vist, a shock losing.
Crack. You know, but them and Supersport have been a rivalry for a few years now. That was Gavin's old team. I was surprised they got beat, especially at home.
Yeah. You don't want to drop points here. Sundowns, too good for Ajax, 2-0.
Coming right against Sundowns, yeah.
Now, the bottoms has collided as the top. Chipper United got beat at home to Maritzburg United.
That's a terrible result for Chipper. You know,
who's in charge of Maritzburg United? They kept changing.
Lou Davids. He's a youngster. He was assistant to Clive and them all. They've given him the job till the end of the season. So they've come right, Maritzburg. I think they're 7th.
Yeah, they've done well. Polokwane, too good for Golden Arrows, 3-1. And then Egerson's team went to Bloemfontein and eked out a point.
They scored an injury time. Big point. Otherwise, they'd have been bottom of the league. Yeah.
Wednesday, Platinum Stars, Free State Stars.
Yeah, 1-1 draw. Yeah, and Pirates. You know, you never know which Pirates team is going to turn up.
Did Pirates come from beyond?
I think yes, they did.
Yeah, Barocca Calcium.
Yeah.
They're
fighting hard, Barocca. You know.
Yeah, let's have a look at the top of the league. This is very interesting. On 25 games, so Cape Town City have played the games. They've got 49 points. They're only 2 clear, points-wise, of Sundowns, who have 2 games in hand. 4 clear of Bidvest Vits, 2 games in hand. And Kaizer Chiefs are 4 points behind on the same amount of games. And then Supersport United, 40. So it's coming down to top 3-4 now.
Yeah, well, the big game's Monday night. Vits play Sundowns at Mill Park. Sorry, it's an afternoon kickoff.
Big crowd.
Should be.
Full house. The bottom, now this is
Pressure's
like Central Station at the moment. Bottom of the log is Barocca Calcium, and they've got 22 points of 25 games. It's not a good return. Highlands Park, 22 games, 25 games, 22 points. But so they're dead tie. 1 point above them is Free State Stars, same amount of games, 23 points. And then Bloemfontein Celtic 24 and Chipper United 24. Bloem do have a game in hand.
Yeah.
They play 30 league games.
Yeah.
It's getting tight.
Oof. You know, the bottom team's automatic.
And then you play off.
You know, and the second bottom is in the relegation playoffs.
Okay. Right, let's go to fixtures this week. Golden Arrows are playing against Mamelodi Sundowns. 8th plays 2.
Yeah. Well, Arrows stuck them out of the Nedbank Challenge in Pretoria last Saturday. So they'll be cock-a-hoop. But Sundowns in the league, I think they'll have too much for Arrows,
Okay, and Highlands will try and hold off Bidvest Vits?
Hard to see it, but
I can't see it.
You know, their home form's what's going to keep them in the league, Highlands. So
well, they've got to get at least a point here. Gordon Nicholson's got to hope like hell. Free State Stars, Polokwane.
Oh, big game for Free State Stars. They're hard to beat at home, but this is a big one. Polokwane, they're hard to beat. They've only lost one of the last 10.
That's right, yeah.
So, a draw in Free State Stars for me.
Supersport United, Kaizer Chiefs, big game.
Well, they stuck them out in a penalty shootout. Supersport knocked Chiefs out last week. Yeah, and they beat Wits, so they'll be confident. Big game again for Stuart Baxter's boys. I think a draw is a big player.
Okay, Pirates, Chipper.
Well, Chipper used us away from home, but you can't trust Pirates. I know they're unbeaten in 5, but that was a bad result drawing at home to Barocca last night.
Was that at home?
Yeah, but you got to fancy Pirates are the 2 teams, but you just never know with them.
They're not the team they used to be.
Nah.
Sure. And then Ajax Cape Town in 11th place play Platinum Stars in 10th. Middle of the log battle.
Yeah, but Ajax and Cape Town, hard to beat, yeah.
Okay, you're going with them?
Yep.
Barocca, bottom of the log, 16th, play Bloem Celtic 13th.
Desperate game this, yeah.
Desperate, sure.
Yeah, you think the draw's a big player. Both teams won't want to get beat.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Maritzburg United are really doing well. They're at home to Cape Town City, number 1.
Like Cape Town City, good team, Paul. Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, very good team.
Will they be too good for United or Maritzburg United?
I think so.
Sure, that's very good. Then Bidvest Wits 3rd, play Mamelodi Sundowns.
They both play Friday, so the league title picture will be a lot clearer. But I like Sundowns are the 2 teams.
Okay, lovely. That's very interesting. All right, let's get on to the bets now. Now's the best part of the show. Let's see what we're going to do. We'll start off with the soccer six. Tell me what you've gone for your
Okay,
bunch.
Paul, I've gone the field in the Free State Stars Polokwane City game. I've banked Real Madrid to beat Valencia. I've gone the field Super Sport against Kaizer Chiefs. Now, I was going to bank Atletico Madrid, but Tuesday night they played the Champions League game against Real Madrid, the first leg. You know, I watched them the other night. They got beat 1-0 at home by Villarreal. How they got beat, I'll never know. So he's going to rest Griezmann and several of them. Las Palmas at home are always tricky, but they can't afford to get beat. So I've gone 2 and 3 Atletico Madrid. I've thrown the draw in with
Pirates
you've thrown
the draw in with Chipper.
And I've banked Barcelona, who I don't think will lose another game this year or this season. Now, they won 7-1 last night.
This is the second one. Now we're getting into the league.
Yeah, Birmingham, my boy Harry Redknapp, under severe pressure. 2
Harry
points,
Red won.
2 points above the relegation zone now. Unfortunately for them, Huddersfield and them need, I think it's a point or two to secure the playoff place. So they're not going to...
They were always hanging around third with Reading and that.
Yeah, so they're fourth at the moment. But they're also playing for playoff seeding. You know, you want the second leg at home. So they're not going to go easy. Southampton, I've banked Southampton in the 10 and the 13. But because we can throw another lurker in, I've given Hull a bit of a squeak. I know their away form is poor. Stoke City in the draw against West Ham. I've gone the field, Sunderland, Bournemouth. I've banked Leicester. And I've gone Crystal Palace to beat Burnley. You know, if you bank in Southampton and through the win draw Leicester, I wouldn't blame you, but I fancy Leicester this weekend.
Okay, let's look at the soccer 10.
Yep, I've gone the field, Birmingham City, Huddersfield. Blackburn, if I don't get a result this week, they're relegated. So I don't see
Blackburn?
Third bottom. They don't get a result, they're gone. Aston Villa away from home aren't too good. So desperation time. So I've gone win draw Blackburn. I've gone the field, Ipswich and Sheffield Wednesday. I was going to bank a Leeds against Norwich, but Leeds have bottled it the last few weeks. They've only won 2 of the last 9.
Sure.
So I've thrown the draw in with Norwich. I've banked Southampton against Hull City. I've gone win and draw Stoke over West Ham. I've gone the field Sunderland, Bournemouth. And I've banked Leicester, banked Brighton and Crystal Palace.
Brighton are champions or
Well, they're
elect.
4 points clear of Newcastle, who play, I think, on Friday night.
And you go on Palace, Burnley. Okay, interesting. Right, let's go on to the big one. It's still very hard to catch.
Oh, yeah, we've had a couple of 12s, but...
Give us your opinion.
Yeah, I've gone banked Southampton. I've gone win and draw Stoke over West Ham. Likewise, I've given Sunderland last chance saloon, win and draw over Bournemouth. I've banked Leicester. I've gone Huddersfield in the draw over Birmingham. I've gone Blackburn win and draw over Aston Villa. I've gone for Derby over Wolves.
Okay.
Fulham.
Oh, my boys.
Mate, against
Stevie
Brentford. It won't be easy. It could be a 5-4 game.
If they win, they're in the playoffs.
If they win in the playoffs, yeah.
Gee, fantastic. They fought hard to get back in there. They
good
played
manager,
well.
that's Lavisa Djokanovic. I like him, you know. I've gone Sheffield Wednesday, win and draw over Ipswich. Leeds 1 and 2 against Norwich. QPR, Nottingham Forest, another desperado game.
Swerve's team, they must be down low.
Shoof, they need 3 points to get out of it. You know, and QPR are only 2 points above them, so it's desperation time. Now, Reading, Wigan are 6 points from safety, 2 games in hand. Reading are playing for home advantage. They're third in the league. I think they'll have too much. Now,
Wigan are third in the league.
Yeah. No, sorry, Reading are third. Wigan are second bottom.
Yeah.
Now, the last game is a typical
game.
Swedish Allsvenskan. They both played last night. Now, Hammarby, I've thrown the draw in because, you know, early on in the year, you know, you never know what the hell's going on with these foreign leagues, and we can't watch them. Now, Eskilstuna, they got promoted last season, haven't won a game. So if you want to bank Hammarby, I wouldn't blame you and halve your perm. But because we can allow it, I've gone Hammarby 1 and 2 in the 4-10.
All right, now, time of the show. We really like to see what's going on. Starting off with your quad. But
I've gone Crystal Palace to beat Burnley.
Crystal Palace to beat Burnley. Let's just digest this. Okay, fine.
Okay, I've gone Leicester City to beat West Brom.
Both teams to score?
No, Leicester to beat West Brom.
Okay, the both teams to score.
Both teams to score. Sunderland, Bournemouth. It's got to be an
Sunderland
open game.
Don't score.
I know that, but if they don't score this week, they won't let them out the stadium. And Southampton, Hull City. Both teams to score. They worked out 12.5 to 1.
Okay, good odds. Good
odds.
I
put the Sunday Premier special because I know a lot of people like having a bet Saturday, taking the winnings.
Yes.
And then having a dip. So I've gone Chelsea to beat Everton to keep you happy.
Yeah.
I've gone Tottenham to beat Arsenal.
To keep me happy.
Yeah, Man City to win by more than 1 goal against Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
And both teams to score Monday night, Watford against Liverpool.
Troy Deeney.
Troy Deeney will get us out of it. Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look at
The championship treble.
I enjoy the
I've
championship.
gone Derby County at home against Wolves. I've gone Reading to beat Wigan at home. And I've gone Preston to beat Rotherham by more than 1 goal. I was impressed with us.
Everybody's thumping Rotherham.
Yeah, except Ipswich last week.
Correct.
Made 9 changes, Mick McCarthy. Fans were going berserk.
Well, you got the result.
Yeah, they got beat.
Okay, championship,
both teams to score, yeah. Desperation game for Harry Redwine. Birmingham, Huddersfield.
Both teams to score.
Both teams to score, yeah. Ipswich, Sheffield Wednesday. Brighton, Bristol City. I think it'll be an open game. And Fulham, Brentford.
Okay, we need goals this week.
Yep.
Right, the Spanish Sunday omelette, the quartet.
I've gone Arbar at home against Leganes, who beat Las Palmas last night 3-0, so they're safe. So I think Arbar. Now I've gone Atletico Bilbao to beat Celta Vigo. That's away on Sunday. Celta Vigo are expected to rest all their main players because they play Man United in the Europa League on the Thursday.
Okay.
And that's what they've done the last few weeks. I've gone over 2.5 goals in Osasuna Deportiva La Coruna game, and I've gone Alaves win and draw against Real Betis.
Alaves to win. Wow.
Win and draw.
Okay. 6 or Nixon?
Yep, I've gone Man City to beat Middlesbrough. I've gone Preston to beat Rotherham. I've gone RB Leipzig, who've won 11 of the last 13 home games against Ingolstadt. I've gone Hoffenheim, who vying for a Champions League place against Eintracht Frankfurt, already in the German Cup final. Now Marseille, that's Dimitri Payet's team. They've only lost 1 in the last 9. PSG beat them. They're away at Cannes. They're 2 points outside the Europa League places, which is their main aim this season. I think they'll be too good for Cannes.
What about Tony Torino?
Tony Torino, yeah. They're the 4th highest goal scorers in Italy. Scored 63 goals in 33 games. With Joe Hart in goals, I'm expecting a clean sheet against Sampdoria. So I've gone Torino to get a result over Sampdoria, 15-1 to 6.
Well, let's get rolling again with Budgie's best bets. Budge, looks like starting from Thursday
pressure's
night,
on tonight.
There's a wonderful run till Monday of great football. Eh? Both leagues starting to take shape.
Yeah.
And put you in the spot.
Yeah.
Which team's going to go down in the South African League?
Hopefully Baraka keep Gordon in.
Keep Gordon in the league. And who's going to go down? Give me your 3 teams.
I think Swansea will go. I think Hull City's home form will be good enough to keep them in it.
So
Swansea, Middlesbrough, Sunderland.
Okie dokie. There we go. All the interesting stuff coming up here. And thanks very much for watching On Side. We'll see you next week.